Welcome to Kryptonomy. Today we are going to talk about Kryptonomy, your passive income generator, and what this actually means. Let's begin with the question of why we are here. Perhaps because there is a big problem in our society that everyone feels, consciously or unconsciously. The problem today is that many people feel they are mainly working for others and only a small part for themselves. Taxes take a large part of what you earn. You pay tax on your income, and your net salary is much lower than your gross salary. With that salary, you buy groceries, and on those you pay VAT. You go to refuel, and on gasoline you pay excise duty and VAT. You save money, and even on your savings you pay tax. If you add it all up, you may be working 2 to 3 days a week just for taxes. In addition, you also work about 1 day a week for the bank, because almost everyone has a loan or a mortgage to repay. At the end of the week, perhaps only 1 day is left on which you truly work for yourself. So you work for your money, but also for everyone else, and only a small part of what you earn is really yours. Meanwhile, life is only getting more expensive. We can remember that in the 1970s, a family could live well on a single income, buying a house, a car, going on holiday. 20 years later, you already needed 2 incomes for the same lifestyle. Today, there are even families who cannot make ends meet with 2 incomes. Our purchasing power is declining. Taxes and prices rise, but salaries do not keep up. Relatively speaking, we are getting poorer. We are stuck in the rat race. It gets worse. If we look at the population structure, in the past it was a pyramid, with many young people at the bottom and fewer elderly at the top. Today in Europe, the group aged 30 to 65 is very large, and the younger group is much smaller. Our pension system is a pay-as-you-go system. The people working today pay for the pensions of those who are already retired. For now, this still works, because the group of workers is large compared to the retirees. But in 20 years, that large group will retire, and the group of young people who will then have to pay contributions is much smaller. So the question is, who will pay for our pensions? In most countries, the pension funds are empty. There has been mismanagement, poor investments without returns. This problem cannot be solved in the short term. You cannot suddenly produce more 18-year-olds. The birth rate in Europe has been declining for decades. Couples on average have fewer than 2 children, which means the population is shrinking. That means fewer and fewer people working and paying taxes, while more and more people are receiving pensions. That is no solution for your old age. Warren Buffett, one of the most famous investors in the world, once said, "If you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die." In other words, we must find a way ourselves to build income, independent of our salary or an uncertain pension scheme. So what is the solution? How do we get out of this? That is what I will now explain. You may have heard of the idea of a universal basic income. The government would give everyone a fixed income. That would create freedom, because you would always know you have a foundation. But the government will not do this. Politicians prefer people to remain dependent and come back every few years to vote in exchange for promises. So if the government does not give us a basic income, why don't we create it ourselves? That is what we call passive income. According to the cash flow quadrant of Robert Kiyosaki, there are 4 ways to earn money: as an employee at a company or government, as a self-employed person, a freelancer who works per hour and invoices, as an entrepreneur with a company where employees work for you, as an investor where your money works for you. Most people are on the left side, employee or self-employed. But 95% of all the money in the world is earned on the right side, entrepreneurs and investors. So the question is, on which side do you want to earn money? Robert Kiyosaki, a well-known author on personal finance, says, "The most important thing is to know the difference between assets and liabilities. An asset puts money in your pocket. A liability takes money out of your pocket. The key is collect assets." Which brings us to Kryptonomy. What can Kryptonomy do for you? Kryptonomy was launched in 2024 as a passive income generator. The idea is simple. You buy assets and create a passive income stream for yourself. These assets are our product, called K-Packs. They generate weekly bonuses. Part of those bonuses is automatically reinvested, so new packs are added. This way, your capital grows automatically. Kryptonomy is a concept based on the combination of Bitcoin and real estate. I will come back to this later in the presentation. What is the vision of Kryptonomy? Throughout history, there have been many advocates of a universal basic income. One person who has been actively promoting this in recent years is Sven Lefebvre. According to him, a basic income is the best way to organize social security and the fastest way to eliminate poverty. If a country were to introduce a universal basic income, poverty would disappear overnight. But since we know the government will not do this for us, we are better off doing it ourselves. And that's where Kryptonomy can help you. If we create it ourselves, then we call it passive income instead of universal basic income. If we ask ChatGPT for the definition of passive income, it tells us the following. Passive income is income you earn without having to work for it continuously. You do have to put in some effort at the beginning, but once it starts running, it requires little maintenance. Examples are rental income, interest or dividends, royalties, or online earning models. And Kryptonomy is such an online earning model with digital products. So how does it work? Very simple. You buy a K-Pack, one of those digital products mentioned earlier. One K-Pack costs $200 and qualifies you for bonuses for the next 365 days. $200 for 365 days, that's less than $1 per day. Each K-Pack runs for 5 years and pays out 2 types of bonuses, the weekly bonus and the sales bonus. We will discuss these bonuses in detail later. An important rule here is pay yourself first. Save at the beginning of the month, not at the end, because those who think, I'll save what's left over, always find that nothing is left over. If you earn 2,000 euros, immediately set aside 200 euros and live on the remaining 1,800. If you earn 4,000 euros and set aside 400 euros, you live on 3,600. Someone earning 10,000 euros and saving 1,000 immediately can also easily live on 9,000. But only in this way do you systematically build wealth. What does this yield? The most important bonus is the weekly bonus. Kryptonomy pays you $2 per pack every Friday. You can select how much of this you wish to compound in order to grow your account faster. You can compound 100% or 70% of 30%, which means that these percentages will be paid into your reserve account and the rest will be paid into your available balance. If you have 250 K-Packs or more, you will receive $500 per week. Suppose you compound 30%. That means you earn 70% or $350 per week. That is already a very nice passive income. You build this up by buying K-Packs, and once you have reached that goal, it keeps running. You are not obliged to wait until you reach 250 packs to withdraw money. As soon as you have 35 K-Packs, you can already make withdrawals if you want. Then the next question is obviously, how to reach 250 K-Packs. Most people will want to reach 250 K-Packs, so how do you get there? In this table, you can see how long it takes to reach 100 or 250 K-Packs with a certain monthly savings amount. For example, if you save $35 per month, it takes 6 years and 5 months to grow from 0 to 100 K-Packs, but less than 2 years later, you will already have 250 K-Packs. That is the power of compounding. If you save $200 per month, which means buying 1 K-Pack every month, then after 3 years and 4 months you reach 100 K-Packs, and after 4 years and 10 months you reach 250 K-Packs. So everyone can save up to 250 K-Packs within a reasonable time, and in that way earn a passive income of $350 per week. On a chart, it looks like this. Depending on how much you save, you can progress faster or slower. In the beginning, growth always seems slow, but at a certain point, compounding really kicks in, and you see the graph rising faster and faster. This principle makes use of compounding or compound interest. Albert Einstein already called this the eighth wonder of the world. Those who understand it, earn it. Those who don't, pay it. At first, growth seems slow, but as you accumulate more K-Packs, it accelerates more and more. Eventually, your income grows exponentially. In addition, you can earn extra by sharing Kryptonomy with others. Everyone you know faces the same problem: taxes, inflation, difficulty saving. If you refer someone, you earn a bonus up to 4 levels deep. That helps you grow faster. The sales bonus is $2 on your level 1, $4 on your level 2, $8 on your level 3, and $16 on your level 4. This bonus is split between your available account and your reserve account, according to your preferred settings. The return of Kryptonomy comes from 2 assets: Bitcoin and real estate in Dubai. Bitcoin has delivered the highest returns of all investments over the past 15 years. It is scarce, inflation-proof, and no one can simply print more of it. Real estate in Dubai provides stability, high rental income, tax-free, and a city that aims to double its population in the next 15 years. Together, they form a solid basis: innovation and stability. Our members buy a K-Pack with Bitcoin. Part of that Bitcoin is used to buy real estate, while another part remains in Bitcoin. That real estate generates rental income, with which we either buy more real estate or more Bitcoin. All bonuses are again paid to our members in Bitcoin, and so the circle is complete. Much has been said and written about Bitcoin. Its most important features are the very high returns, thanks to its decentralized nature and scarcity. It is the best protection against inflation, and in the coming years, many more innovations are expected based on this technology. Some experts even call Bitcoin the Ark of Noah, because it will bring us from the old financial system into the new one. Bitcoin is a key asset with enormous potential. Real estate will always remain an important asset in the world. It is tangible and real, and particularly in Dubai, it generates high returns. Mainly because the demand for real estate in Dubai continues to rise. The expectation is that the population will even double in the next 15 years. So much more real estate needs to be built, and that offers opportunities for those who invest now. What should you do to get started with Kryptonomy? Getting started is easy. Go to the Kryptonomy website. Open an account with your sponsor's name. Buy your first K-Pack with Bitcoin. That's how your savings plan begins. Your sponsor will help you with the first steps. As Warren Buffett once said, "Someone is sitting in the shade today because someone planted a tree a long time ago. It is sometimes just a matter of looking ahead." So what can we conclude? It is time to do things differently. Every day we are robbed by inflation, taxes, and loss of purchasing power. Will you remain in the rat race, or will you let money work for you from now on? It is time to build passive income. It is time for Kryptonomy. Thank you for your attention.